Who's afraid of the dark? When you lived in it your whole life. So comfortable with darkness that your loyalties lie with the shadows and your psyche fears the shining because anxieties can't stand to see what the light will reveal. Who's scared of frightening films? When nothing's more gory than your true story, a childhood star of this rated R flick with explicit content since black and white to a living color. Black Lives be a blockbuster, a timeless action-packed dramatic thriller told on tape, yet the truth escapes no matter how much we record each other. Which explains the overall consensus of this universal picture still remains that it's paramount to Warner Brothers. See, while y'all were hiding under sheets, shook, scared to look in hoods, we was really taking cover from being discovered, playing this role as if we don't belong, praying that our dreams work so that we won't be the first to touch stone. So who's petrified of a haunted home? When you've grown from the horrors of households, a place where pursuing a dream will only become a nightmare on your street. Was Friday the 13th to the 1st and 15th, or the sheer uncertainty of every day of the week where empty stomachs growl at full moons because there's a purge happening? And our blocks be the grounds for grave danger. And concrete without roses be the only headstones we know for the grave site beneath the pavement. Where there remain nameless. What's anguish to the kid who thinks that not stepping on a crack is the only way his mama's back is gonna catch a break? See, around here, superstitions are superficial. Pure sarcasm if you ask me, but what's paranoia when your parents' normal becomes a paranormal activity? Possessing my actions even in their absence. I mean, my father's life was so inactive, mediums couldn't contact him. My dad had the deadbeat. No wonder why she called him a deadbeat. In the way my mummy kept things under wraps, she was often walking dead to me. I mean, how do you tell a parent that their parenting isn't apparent when apparently their ghost-like anatomy identifies as transparent? Without the transparency. See, what you call magic was habit to watch them disappear just to reappear as Casper. But who's to complain when no one can feel your pain amongst the field of screams this land cast us? So we learned to keep a quiet mouth. One thing that wasn't raised around here was a tattletale, so tales from the crypt never left this house. Enduring the psychological manipulation convinced my mind that trauma was only a wrinkle in time with no need to iron out the fabrication. See, here, when genes are distressed, no one presses the issue. They only addressing it with medication to keep from becoming morbid. But only trick they had to treat it was to sugarcoat it. See, grandma, whose blood was full of splendor, inherited a sweet tooth and let the candy crush her. Father's aunties found sugar daddies while uncles booger sugar turned him into a boogie monster. See, the T is, it's hard to dodge this domino effect of destruction and death when it's designed to let the and if you want the rest of that, I got a book, right? If you want the rest of that. Don't stop it. You said, You said you want the rest? Who gonna buy the book? If you buy the book, I'ma finish the rest. Let me see where you at. Okay, I got people raising their hand. They gonna buy the book. They gonna buy the book. They gonna buy the. All right, yeah, like she said, y'all better go get your behind it. So let me tell you about, this is a brand new book. I just released it on Thursday at Pure Poetry, right? I'm gonna tell you something special about this book. My first book came out 7 years ago. And from that poem, this is my fourth book. So I'm a full-time author, right? This is the smallest book I've ever published. This is called Truth's EP, right? And y'all know an EP is small, short, you know what I mean? But EP stands for Essential Poetry. In my 7 years of producing books, these are the essential poems that have made my poetry career make a difference to me and to all of my supporters. The reason why there are people here right now who came from DC, Baltimore, and wherever you have come from, Jersey. Oh, I got supporters in Jersey. Hey, Jersey. Anybody, wherever y'all from, this is the reason. These poems are the reason. So I have a softback copy that's only $10. Only $10, and it's worth $100. So y'all getting 90% off, right? So like, I want that book to touch every hand that it can. That is also my cheapest book. I want the book to touch every hand that it can. That's why it's only $10. Now, I have the hardback for $20. So if you want the fancy version, it's $20, right? If you want the softback so you can buy 4 and be like, hey, you know, you should read some truth. You should read some truth. You should read some truth. You know what I mean? You can hand that out. All right, so we gonna finish it. We gonna finish it? I gotta remember where I was at. Because Uncle's booger sugar turned him into a boogie monster. See, the T is, it's hard to dodge this domino effect of destruction and death when it's designed to let the sugar rush them. So we run. We run nowhere fast from what haunts us. But like Mike Myers, the past won't stop coming to this culture. So you better account for your demons like Saul taught you, or you will forever suffer the consequences of his torture. But we act like our lives are not distorted. Like living in this upside down of Stranger Things is normal. Masking who we are to fit society's needs, becoming the ghostwriter to apologies never received, just to compete against the writings on the wall from a Monsters Inc., wondering if these walls could talk, would they comfort me or would they comfort me? Never being serious about this roller coaster of emotions, call it a generational curse of a joker's jinx. And although we see the Six Flags waving, we don't believe it. What's a zombie when there's so many people with their eyes wide open sleeping? See, I want to warn my neighbors, but the residents evil, and alone they will leave you to survive this apocalypse. So what's death when living in this hell already feels like you got a glimpse? So I'm not scared of this so-called Day of the Dead with its goons and goblins. What I fear is being the only one awake in a world that has lost its consciousness. And that's the end of the piece.